see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
A major surprise came ahead of the Americas round of the 2026 MotoGP calendar. Yamaha's new V4 engine, previously a question mark, suddenly demonstrated extraordinary performance after a crucial test session conducted by Toprak Razgatlioglu. This change immediately excited the MotoGP paddock, especially ahead of the race at the legendary Circuit of the Americas in Austin, United States. In the first few rounds of the season, the Yamaha V4 prototype motorcycle was questioned. Many observers believed that Yamaha Motor Company's new project still needed time to be truly competitive against powerful motorcycles like DUCATI and Aprilia. However, everything changed after Toprak conducted a series of intensive tests ahead of the Americas GP. Toprak, known for his aggressive riding style and ability to control the bike at its maximum limit, successfully found a new setup that drastically changed the character of Yamaha's V4 engine. The bike, which previously felt difficult to control, now performed very stably under braking, and was much more aggressive when exiting corners. Toprak himself admitted that the setup change gave the bike a completely different feeling when riding. He felt that Yamaha had finally found the right direction for development. The Turkish rider explained that the bike's balance is now much better, especially in the front end, which had previously been one of Yamaha's main weaknesses. With increased stability, Toprak can feel more confident under hard braking, something that has long been a hallmark of his riding style. This surprising performance immediately sparked renewed optimism in the Yamaha garage ahead of the race at the Circuit of the Americas. The track, with its combination of fast corners, hard braking, and extreme elevation changes, is considered to suit the bike's now more aggressive character. If the Yamaha V4 Monster's performance remains consistent throughout the race weekend, it's not impossible that Toprak will pose a serious threat to the championship favorites at the Grand Prix of the Americas. Many observers have even begun to speculate that this could be a turning point for Yamaha's ambitious project in the new era of V4 engines. All eyes are now on the free practice and qualifying sessions at COTA. Rivals will certainly not be sitting still, but one thing is clear: Yamaha is finally showing signs of a revival, and Toprak Razgatlioglu could be a key figure in bringing the Japanese manufacturer back to the forefront of MotoGP. And here's the full news. Ahead of the American round of the 2026 MotoGP calendar, surprising news emerged from the Yamaha Motor Company garage. Their latest prototype motorcycle, featuring a V4 engine configuration, which had previously been shrouded in doubt, suddenly demonstrated a remarkable performance improvement. This drastic change occurred following a crucial test session conducted by their new rider, Toprak Razgatlioglu, ahead of the race at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, USA. Since the start of the season, the Yamaha V4 project has been one of the most intriguing topics in the MotoGP paddock. Yamaha, which has for years been synonymous with inline-4 engines, has finally decided to take a major step by developing a V4 engine to catch up with its European rivals. However, in the first few rounds of the 2026 season, the motorcycle has yet to fully demonstrate its true potential. Several riders even complained about the motorcycle's unstable character, particularly in acceleration out of corners and stability under hard braking. This led many observers to doubt Yamaha's ability to compete in the near future against the technically mature DUCATI, Aprilia, and KTM motorcycles. However, the situation began to change when Yamaha held a crucial test session after the previous round. This is where Toprak Razgatlioglu's significant role began to be seen. The Turkish rider is known for his unique and aggressive riding style, particularly in extreme braking techniques. He is able to push the bike to its limits, while maintaining exceptional control. During the test, Toprak and Yamaha technicians worked diligently to test various new setup configurations, from the bike's weight distribution, suspension settings, engine braking characteristics, to the electronics that regulate the V4 engine's response. The results were truly surprising. The Yamaha bike, which had previously felt unpredictable, gradually became much more stable and aggressive. In several fast lap simulations, the V4 bike was able to set lap times that were far more competitive than in previous sessions. In fact, according to several reports from the paddock, Toprak's times during long-run simulations were beginning to approach the rhythm of top riders. The most noticeable change was in the front end of the bike. Previously, the Yamaha often experienced problems entering corners at high speed. However, after the setup changes made during the test, the front-end stability of the bike improved significantly. This gave Toprak greater confidence to perform his trademark extreme braking. Toprak himself admitted that he was finally starting to feel connected to the Yamaha V4. According to him, small changes to the electronics and suspension settings made the bike much easier to control when entering corners and accelerating out of them. With a more aggressive character and noticeably more explosive power, many mechanics in the paddock began to refer to this bike as Yamaha's new monster. This nickname arose because in several test runs, the bike's acceleration was seen to be very strong, especially on long straights. This is certainly very encouraging news for Yamaha. Over the past few seasons, they have struggled to compete with rivals who have advantages in top speed and acceleration. Now, with the V4 engine starting to find its best performance, Yamaha appears to be returning to competing at the front of MotoGP. The Circuit of the Americas is known as one of the most challenging tracks on the racing calendar. The track features a combination of fast corners, extreme elevation changes, and several hard braking zones. These characteristics are believed to perfectly suit Toprak Razgatlioglu's aggressive riding style. If the Yamaha V4's performance seen in testing can be maintained throughout the race weekend, it's not impossible that Toprak will be one of the dark horses capable of causing a major upset at the Grand Prix of the Americas. Many observers are even beginning to predict that this could be a turning point for Yamaha's ambitious project in the V4 era. Furthermore, this positive performance has also provided a major morale boost for the entire team. Yamaha engineers, who have been working hard to develop a new bike, are finally beginning to see tangible results from their efforts. After overcoming various technical challenges and criticism from various parties, they now have reason to regain confidence. However, the real challenge will of course be seen when the bike hits the track. Competition in MotoGP is fierce, and rivals like Ducati and Aprilia will not be sitting idly by to witness Yamaha's rise. All eyes are now on the first free practice session at COTA. Fans are eager to see if the Yamaha V4 has truly transformed into the monster it appears to be. Testing, or does this performance only appear under certain conditions? One thing is certain, the arrival of Toprak Razgatlioglu has brought new energy to Yamaha's MotoGP project. With a combination of an aggressive riding style, a knack for developing bikes, and a V4 engine that is starting to show great potential, the 2026 Grand Prix of the Americas could be the start of a new chapter for Yamaha. If all goes according to plan, it's not impossible that the weekend in Austin will produce one of the most surprising stories of the season, when the once doubted Yamaha V4 suddenly rises to the occasion and poses a serious threat to the MotoGP giants.
I see her rolling up, Uber black.